Last time.
Okay, go Fiends.
No, you go.
No, you go.
Okay, last time in Trymir, Chris went over to get our payment. We ventured into the woods. We actually found a freaking place to sleep, where some people in this group met a curious bear.
Shush.
And left it alone because, bears carrying stuff is just like normal in Trymir, right? We found some man-eating plants. Emphasis on man-eating.
Well, 2 of us were inside that man-eating thing.
Were nearly... Nah, not killed.
Digested.
We continued. We found a little ant person.
Ant-Man.
Who was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing here?"
Who
And
was
we're like,
well, he was taller than all of you.
a big ant person. Well, like, what are you doing here? We're looking for this temple. Oh, you can't go there. You need to talk with our chief. And we were like, okay, let's go. And here we are, following Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Which name we couldn't pronounce.
Something like that, yeah.
I think I just insulted this entire race.
Probably did.
Well, fortunately there's only one of them there, so...
As you guys are led through the elder woods, the dense overgrowth permeating the air with the stench of rancid floral aromas, it's quite interesting to watch this large bee and insectoid-like creature navigate his way through the trees, occasionally stepping on one of those metal rods that, as you're passing them, they seem to pick up in frequency, and you get a better look at them. They don't appear to actually be metal, but they are some type of carved ore, which has been like forcibly placed into some of these trees and it's kind of split the bark. You see where the tree is kind of like regrown around it and sort of hugs it.
There are marks for them, right?
Well,
that's what he said as something for orientation.
So it helps him navigate.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, so there's a few like strange things that just kind of pop out to you as you're following him. It's more to do with like his mannerisms than the forest itself. Sort of he'll stop for a moment and just kind of like climb partially up a tree and look around for a little while. He'll stop and like start scratching holes in the ground. He turns to you occasionally and just stops and stares you over and sort of like as he just like looks around over you. Eris, this whole time, is that who's at the back of the group?
Well, I guess that would be Larissa.
Larissa,
Officer leading from the front.
Because she doesn't want to be in the front with me.
Okay, so Larissa not having the most enjoyable walk with Eris, who has like latched herself onto Larissa's arm, and
all right.
She's wearing this pissy scowl, but she's just kind of like biting her tongue and going along with it. Whereas Eris is just like being extremely cautious of this giant ant-like creature. You guys are walking for what seems like hours before you begin to approach anything that like sticks out at you. As he leads you through a cluster of those strange ore poles which stick out of the trees, he leads you into a clearing, sort of reminiscent of those strips you were in before, where it seemed a bit more like a plain or like a normal forest rather than the Elderwoods, but still with Elderwood-like trees. on the outskirts. They seem to have been almost intentionally placed or moved or influenced to form like a shell around this village, which, as you crest into it, it's extremely like bare bones and basic. Twigs and tree branches form picketed fences. You see two larger than the one that you're following, two larger insectoid humanoids. One of them who has more beetle-ish features. You see like a horn which protrudes from the front of his head, a large shell which crests his back. He has 8 arms, 2 of which are clutching onto a rather crude-looking twisted spear, which appears to be made from that same ore-like material which you see in the trees. The huts themselves, there's probably about maybe 30, 40 huts. Again, made from like bits of dry grass and possibly mud, possibly feces. Cemented together to form these like extremely basic walls. You notice a few odd creatures which appear to be like contained in a manner similar to livestock. But they are again just these like hybrids of like goat and insect. So one of them seems a bit whereas it's like cow-sized, its features are more akin to a centipede.
So cow-shaped centipede, hairy horned thing.
Kind of the best way to describe it. If you imagine a cow with a centipede's head, and then its legs are extremely thin, and then there's how many legs the centipedes have? Was it 100? Or was that millipedes?
That's millipedes.
Cool.
Should
Yeah,
it be in the name?
A shit ton of legs.
Okay, interesting.
Also this like sort of fur which lines its underside, which you can see as it kind of grazes around. They appear to have strange crops growing out the ground. Some of sort of like the tops of large carrots, maybe, or it's kind of hard to tell just because of the nature of the elder woods themselves. It's kind of like most plant life you see here. It kind of seems familiar, but at the same time, it's like
Twisted.
grossly oversized and slightly disproportionate.
Does this thing have udders?
Not what you can see from where you are.
Oh, great. Compared to the things that had attacked Garth in the desert, are these creatures comparable to those?
So as you're approaching the gates with your guide,
Shit, do I still have my strange spear?
Oh, possibly.
in your inventory, I think you threw it away.
I think it broke
Or-
when I tried to
Yeah,
destroy
a wall.
a
or something
wall
like this.
to get to Gar.
I remember.
Yeah, it's not here anymore.
But that thing was made from wood and scrap salvage, probably from like carts that were raided. These weapons that you see these people carrying, but all like a singular piece of ore.
So they all... Okay. Oh, interesting.
But yeah, as you're cresting up to where these two guard-like entities stand, you see further into the village, and you see one creature that does resemble the things that attacked you in the forest, but like the positioning of its eyes are slightly different. Its head is a little more elongated. It's slightly bulkier.
Which thing?
Oh, you weren't there when Garth was
When
picked up
Garth
by the
was
group.
introduced, yeah, he was attacked by
Yeah, by...
some insectoids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as he leads you, like past the two guards, the beetle-like one steps to the side in front of him, and they begin like chattering back at one another. It's just like it's just back and forth before he like looks over to you, and despite having these glassy, pure black beetle eyes,
Oh.
he just seems to stare into you for a second before stepping to the side and letting you pass into the village.
Nice.
Curious. Should we?
Enter, yeah.
Well, let's just keep following our guide
Do
until
we have something else to do?
No. No.
it's our best lead, I suppose. Well, yeah, and we keep following.
Oh, yeah.
So as he leads you through the center of the village, it's a lot cleaner than most of the places you've seen in terms of building placement. All the huts appear to be lining the outskirts of the town, sort of like pointing in towards the center. And in the center there is a larger hut. This one is reinforced with like loose rocks, which have been stacked on one another, sort of giving like a slated effect. But it still does have patches where dry grass has been applied and then stuck to with this mud like adhesive. There is another singular one of these beetle like guards standing outside the front of that hut, who once again engages your guide in this chittering back and forth before there's like a low guttural growl which comes from him, just like
Can I try to like pick up anything of what they're saying?
what languages do you speak?
Let's see. These Elven, Common, Giant, Infernal, Celestial, and Dwarvish.
Nope.
I don't think there's a cantrip who make me speak all languages.
There's a spell.
Yeah, but I don't have that spell. Nope.
Yeah.
Well, Iris is a monk. Maybe she has the monk feature that allows to understand everything.
Harris isn't a monk.
Oh, sorry, Larissa. Why do I keep missing?
They're essentially the same person, right, Chris?
So what are you discussing here?
So he completely disregards you as you question him. Like their back and forth seems to be getting like louder, and the cheering and growling is intensifying. Before the beetle throws his like strange spear to the ground, your guide like pulls off his back these little straps that were on him that he was kind of using to help him get through the tree lines. He throws those to the ground, and they just begin slashing at each other's chests.
Can I?
I think.
Do not interfere. I don't know. Maybe that's custom.
Go, beetle guy!
Go, Ant-Man!
And I sent him one bardic inspiration on his way.
Oh!
You're giving the beetle guy bardic inspiration.
Yeah, our
That's
beetle
it.
guy.
Oh, your guy isn't beetle-like.
Oh,
Your guy is more like
Ant-Man.
yeah, he's a bit more
Oh,
antsy.
all right,
Go,
that guy.
Ant-Man!
like-
You can do it!
It's like an ant and a bee, kind of.
Oh, okay.
So you
I
get
imagine
up
that's.
one
I imagine that
d8.
pretty. I imagine that to be really pretty sweet, actually.
So as they're like slashes, they don't appear to be going for any other parts of the body. It's just straight chest, like upper chest shots. And as your guide like rears back harder than he has before, and he swings in. He chips off a piece of plating on the beetle's chest. At which point, the beetle takes a step back. He picks up the spear and he nods. Guy turns around. He's like, "You guys are free to go in if you'd like. I'd recommend not try."
We'll try
Yes.
to be polite as good as we
Any
can.
tips that might help us walk out alive?
Well, the elder isn't a violent person, creature, thing. I don't know what he would say. I don't know. He's not a violent
Being.
member of our tribe. Yeah, being. He's not. He's not a violent being.
Well,
It's
neither are we, usually.
However, not many of our tribe meet outsiders like yourselves. So
Are there customs we have to follow?
long as you don't attack him, I trust your judgment. Should
Thank you.
things
We can do
turn
that.
violent, know that we are well trained in combat.
We can do non-violence, right? I just can
I
glare
prefer.
at Larissa's general direction.
Larissa, who looking back at her, she didn't even appear to be like paying attention. She's just looking around. She's almost like squaring up different parts of the village.
Alright, so I give our guide a pat on the back and say, thanks a lot. And, well, not everyone to follow me as I step inside.
So walk past him, I also thank him, and then walk in.
He like chitters back at you guys.
Same.
Eris and Larissa remain outside. Like Eris still stuck to the back of Larissa, now like almost petrified, and Larissa looking like a tourist.
Come on, at least Eris should come in. After all, we're here for her.
I thought we were here for your guys' mission.
We're here for many reasons.
So
If it weren't for Eris, I wouldn't be here.
as you enter the hut, it's almost complete darkness.
Is it now? That question.
There are a few like beads of light which kind of poke through, creating these like tiny god rays through bits of the ceiling and through the occasional bit of wall. It's not dark enough to not be able to see, but you can make out the faint outline of almost like a leech. That's not the
Oh.
right.
A leech, okay.
No.
A worm, or...
Because it's more like a mini bear, but you guys don't know what a mini bear is, do you?
No.
No.
Mini bear.
Bugbear, but mini?
Sure.
I don't think they're called mini bears. I've written down mini bear, but is it hydro bear? It's like a overinflated. It's sitting in the corner of the hut. It's about 10 feet tall, sitting. It resembles a Michelin Man slightly.
What?
Oh, never seen
Okay.
that.
He's got
Yeah,
these folds, but down like out the front of each of the folds are like two thin, fawned legs. As you crest to where its head should be, there's like a cone which points towards you, with a small dangly like antenna which hangs off the front. It just kind of flicks around as you guys enter it, kind of like points in your direction, just flicks at the air a little bit.
Greetings, good sir.
Hello?
Does it respond? Does it chitter? Does it speak?
Its little tongue's just flicking at you at the moment.
That's
We
the Michelin Man.
came here in search of, well, the temple.
Temple of Midnight. We need something for it. The life of our friend is at stakes.
Ah, it's a micro bear.
Micro bear?
It doesn't seem very
Micro bear.
micro if it's, what, 10 feet tall?
Well, yeah, but I mean the creature it looks like.
Oh.
Oh, that thing. That's actually kind of what I pictured.
Michelin.
Kind of like the Michelin Man.
I see the comparison.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay, yeah. Mm.
Yeah, so as you guys are standing there, you almost feel like this. It feels like a rush of air, but there's no physical disturbance. It kind of you perceive it, but there's nothing that like, kind of affects your clothes or your hair or anything like that. It's nothing that you feel like being blown in your eyes.
Okay.
All three of you give me a wisdom saving throw.
Whoa.
Aye, it's been a while since we did some rolls. How do D20 work?
Wisdom. Yeah. There's a way of proficiency.
21.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Can I feel if it's a charm?
Natural one. Fuck's sake,
Natural
really?
one.
Fuck, my luck never gets good, does it?
Oh, okay.
Why do
yeah,
you
that's-
roll 2d20, Chris?
Well, wrong panel. So I'm at 3, but it's a natural 1, yeah.
We're good at
Natural
that.
one.
21!
So as you begin to pick up on what this force is, it's almost like you felt effects like this before. It feels somewhat similar to a charm, but also more akin to some type of magical persuasion.
So we're just really sympathetic towards that big micro bear.
No. That's just the feeling it gives you as like it takes hold in your mind.
Okay.
And as your body's kind of trying to process this, both Toriel and Garth like fall to the ground. They keeping themselves up, but you both gain a point of exhaustion.
Holy shit.
Oh, what does that do again?
And you hear its voice deep within like the base of your skull. It's kind of like in your mind. You seek the temple.
Yes, we do.
I'm not sure what you did to them. But yes.
As I said, yes.
Why?
Why are we looking for the temple?
We have to retrieve an orb.
Somebody powerful threatened to kill our friend if we do not return this item.
Well, it's not exactly what happened, but it's essentially the outcome.
Well, I must apologize. That is a tricky situation. However, we cannot interfere with matters outside of our home here. Showing favor to one side could prove to have dire consequences.
We don't wish for
What-
much. All we wish is a point in the right direction. We would ask no more of you.
We do not wish to cause any inconvenience or ask
What?
much of you.
What size are you talking about?
The sides of man, those which you perceive to be good, those which others perceive to be bad. It matters not. Mortal creatures are the same. Mortal creatures do as they've done for thousands and millennia.
Well, yes, but no harm should come to you if you just, well, show us the way.
No harm shall come to us if I do not.
I don't think any harm will come to you if you do. Not from us. Not from anyone we know.
We
Is
hold
there
the
any-
temple as sacred ground. You see, the temple is what spawned life. The temple is what spawned these woods. The temple is what protects us. The temple is what guides us. The temple is what grants us
It
its
has always,
benevolent power.
it has always been holy, and yes, we shall treat it in that respect.
Yet you seek to remove an item for your own gain.
Not our gain. At least not mine.
Then why would you take such a thing?
To save a friend's life?
To repay a debt.
That sounds like gain to me.
It's not a gain, it is.
Phrase it how you will.
Ugh. Alright, Garth just sits down because apparently this is the part where people wax philosophical or sentient beings, at least.
How long?
So it is a bit of a weird thing talking to because it's as he's speaking into your mind. Like I believe you guys have had people speak to you like mentally like this before.
Yeah.
But when it was other people, it always felt like an opposing voice. This one almost feels like your own voice, and it's sort of like your own words are being spoken back to you. If that makes sense, it's almost like you're talking to a version of yourself that thinks differently.
Okay.
How long have you had this village?
This village existed long before your kind. This gathering was given life by the follies of you mortals, and now we seek to protect it from further harm.
Mm.
And is that the temple you want to protect from harm?
It is life we want to protect.
Oh,
It is life we want to protect as well.
Exactly.
life.
Still life. What is quantity in that respect? Tell me, isn't the little insect as much worth as it is the dragon in the sky?
Say you save one life today, and your actions here cause the death of thousands of others. Can you say that life was worth it?
Yes, I would do that. And afterwards the consequences were mine to bear.
And you are a fool. And you take
Maybe
that wisdom saving throw off.
Alright.
As like his voice, or like your own voice, kind of echoes around your head, like increasing in intensity.
Well, shoot, that's a 9.
So now you take another point of exhaustion.
can I use counter charm?
It's not a charm.
Fuck!
Where do I even find the effects? God damn it.
Mind influence infects?
No,
It's not
fatigue
fried
effect.
either. Fried not charm.
Pretty sure it's
Frightened,
under the
it's not a
condition.
charm.
Or... And I don't care, but I will. Even if I am a fool, I'm not wanted to be a liar or somebody who breaks his word. I've promised to help her, and I will.
Well, I will not stand in your way, but as was the one who came before you, I cannot offer you any assistance either. Should you need food or rest, we can offer you that.
Well,
Who
all
came
right.
before us?
Yes.
The old one.
Shalt.
He called himself Charles?
Any idea what happened to him? I believe we found some of his belongings.
He
People are
stayed
missing
with us a
him.
while. He imparted knowledge upon us. You see, the abilities that have been granted to me as protector of this village. What you from the outside call magic. Wizardly magic, I believe he called it. And he claimed I was quite powerful in that respect. He showed me a number of spells and taught me a little bit about his understanding of forces, and I, in return, taught him back. And then he left, said he must complete a quest.
Did he also look for a temple?
He did. As do many who stumble upon our village.
Well, thanks for whatever you are ready to offer us.
We will, if you offer, we will gladly take shelter for the night. But we will probably be off in the morning. We apologize, but we must pursue the temple.
Like as its tongue continues to like flick out towards you, it drops slightly, and it leans ever so slightly forwards before leaning back.
Does that mean anything?
Can I
You look tasty.
try an insight check?
Yeah, can you
On
do
what,
that?
like...
What the fuck that meant?
Sure.
Or is it sniffing you out?
Ah,
Garth and Toriel have disadvantage because you got a point of exhaustion.
Well, yeah,
What's
okay, so
exhaustion?
let's try.
Level 1? Is it just for all normal checks and
Disadvantage on
Gonna-
Disadvantage on ability checks.
one lucky point. It's going to 10 at least. 10.
Sweet.
17 is my lowest.
Okay, there's.
Oh my god, Lou.
Okay, that's
I
good.
had a natural 1 to start off with. Leave me alone.
Well, yeah, I have
So-
just 7.
I mean, it's kind of hard to grasp because you've never seen a creature like this before, and nor can you pick out any like distinguishing features like facial expressions or anything like that. But it almost seems to resemble a bow.
Oh, alright.
A battle, okay.
Bow.
A bow. Oh, I see.
Can I subtly bow back in a manner that's equally so?
Sure.
Can I stay here for a bit?
You guys you have to ask, can my character do this?
Like, if it's not getting... Guys, can I talk some more with you? Or are you...
If you wish.
I do.
Alright.
Do you guys want to find some place to live in the night?
I think we could stay in that in this village if we already got the offer.
Exactly, but we still need, like, some place to live. Sebastian? Please. Yeah. If you can find, I don't know if these guys has a kind of inn.
Well, I assume we're just gonna ask around. Thank you again. And, well, Garf nods at the elder, and I assume he leaves the room to search for somewhere to rest.
Uh, does Louis Sar seem like she wants to be left alone with him?
Out of her body expression, yes. But like, if you wish to stay, sure, you can.
Fine, I'll leave.
Do you know of many matters?
Sorry.
Oh.
I was muted. You guys walk outside, and whereas it's not bright outside, conversely to how dark it was in that hut, it kind of takes you a moment to readjust to different lighting conditions, and you see your guide who is like he's like walking in circles on all 6 of his legs. It's like scratching up a bit of it.
Okay. Peculiar.
I guess
The
we
elder offered
approach him.
us. Yes. Hello, any idea where we could stay here?
Like turns his head a full 90 degrees at you.
Your elder offered us that we could, well, stay here and recreate. Is that a term?
Create?
Recreate, whatever. Well, rest and
Yes, well, I'll show you to where we let travelers stay.
thank you.
And he begins to lead you as he walks up to Larissa, who at this point has she's walked over towards one of the like pens where they're keeping these strange like livestock. And she's just like curiously peering in, and Eris, who's like got a hand over her eyes, but she's still like hugging very tightly onto Larissa's arm. She turns around as she notices you guys approaching. She stands back up, acting like she wasn't interested in anything.
Of course.
And well, we leaving? Well, what's going on?
We're spending
Well-
the night here.
Seems like a safe enough place, and
Cool. You want to take her? And she kind of like extends her arm towards you. The arm that Eris is holding onto.
I'll
are you alright,
it.
Eris?
They're good people, Eris. They won't hurt
Just
you.
don't. As long as you don't start a fire, it should be fine.
She's not saying anything. She's got like, if anything, her hand like tightens over her face.
Poor thing.
But yeah, so as this whole process of like prying Eris off Larissa's arm, and then reattaching her to Toriel's arm, which is a little less of a arduous process. He leads you to a hut to the opposite side of where you guys entered, and he leaves you. He's like, "This is where we let travelers stay. If you need anything, you should call on either myself or any of the." He like thinks for a second. Your best bet is to find me. Not many people speak your language around here.
How would we call on you? Walk about and try and find you?
Well, I am supposed to be scouting, but I might try and hang around for a bit.
Thank you.
But if I'm not here, the outskirts of the village, possibly, assuming you don't get lost.
Alright. Thanks a lot.
And he stands there for a second, just kind of like looking around. His like head cranks like up straight straight into the canopy. He just looks around, chitters for a little bit before like walking off in a sort of like zigzaggy pattern.
Oh.
So, as you guys enter this hut, it's very apparent that it's been lived in by people from settlements you're used to being in. So, like from people from cities or like other towns that you're aware of. There's like a space that's been laid out. Bits of a wall have been like torn off and arranged into almost like a bed type arrangement. More like a futon, but you know, the best you can do with natural materials and no tools. There are a couple of like adventurers' gear, I suppose. Like the occasional dagger is on the floor, or maybe a note of paper. There's a small satchel which has been left to one of the sides. Other than that, there's not too much.
What's in the satchel?
You open the satchel and it just appears to be like you're hit with just like a smell of decay and compost.
Oh, nice. Throw away the satchel.
Anything written on the paper? Still useful, if usable, if not, if empty?
You get it's just kind of someone was writing a diary but kind of gave up on it and it's like scribbled out most of the page. It was illegible.
Well, still good firing material.
So yeah, let's swing back over to Louisa.
Do you know a lot about the outside world?
Only what travelers have told me.
Have any of them talked with you about a town called Roswell?
His name seems familiar.
Do you remember any of, like, what you heard about it?
No.
Oh. What about, if you know a bit about the outside world, do you know about the situation with, like, the king and the queen and the prince?
Another war, I presume.
Well, seems like it's gonna be, like, there at some point. Like, it's not happening right now, yet.
Preparations, then.
Yes. But what I understand on my comrades, there is a few people looking for the stone that your temple have.
The stone of which you speak, I do not know of. The temple is hallowed ground. We do not step there.
They speak of, like, an orb. Like, I'm not totally sure myself because I haven't, like, been there. But something about a chromatic orb.
Well, on not being there, you and I have something in common.
Yes. I just wanted to warn you in case a lot of disturbance could befall this forest.
The warning is appreciated, but the forest and we have many methods of protecting ourselves.
That's good. Are you and the forest, like, one and the same thing, or are you different factions, so to say?
Everything in the forest gives and takes from it. I suppose you could call the forest our mother.
Okay. Hmm.
Have you encountered the spirit?
What spirit?
The spirit
Um.
and her
No.
protector.
Oh, it's a protector. Like I heard
She and her protector.
she and her. We haven't seen it, or I haven't. I heard tales about it, but not all of them are good.
Well, providing you don't attempt to harm the forest in any way, maybe you won't have to see them.
How do? Because I notice you putting kind of metal rods into your trees. In what way, do you need to harm the forest?
The trees accept the rods. They're not shoved in, as you put it. We offer the rods to the trees accept them, and we use them as a method to navigate the ever-changing paths.
Can you at least can you like see the direction on the rods? Or
Would take some learning.
it seems like we have time. If you care to teach me.
I do not leave the village. I remain within this hut. Most of what I know comes through outside sources. Should you wish to learn navigation, simply ask one of our scouts.
All right. And you sure Rosva doesn't ring a bell with you?
As I said, name sounds familiar. Someone may have mentioned it in passing. But in terms of specific information, I do not have that for you.
Okay. But thanks for the help. Thanks for having us here.
Its tongue kind of lowers again. It slowly leans forwards.
But bye, and she like pulls up her backpack a bit and leaves.
Okay. As you leave, you see, like, from across the village, like Eris and Larissa behind someone entering a hut, and you see this the scout which led you here, kind of like haphazardly walking in strange patterns towards the other side of the town.
Can I like? How far away is he?
It's about 30 feet from you, 30, 40 feet.
Hello?
His head like
Excuse
turns
me?
a full 180 at you.
Oh, no. Yes, hello. Sorry for bothering you already again.
He walks up to you backwards, his head still like...
Oh my god. Can you maybe like, and she like motions to like flipping the head around.
It's like from that position of being 180, it turns 90 to the side. It's like curious.
Like, can you maybe put your head in stand-up position?
He like puts its head back straight, but it's still like 180.
Oh, no. Nasty. So, yes, I'm curious about the navigating metal rods you have in the trees. Could
Like,
you? Yeah.
His face is still locked in you as you say that. Like his body turns around to follow.
No. No.
He like crouches down to match your height. He's like about a foot from your face.
Oh, so close. He's screaming. At least he doesn't have this tongue thingy going on with like.
No, but he's got like pincers which just like occasionally chatter together.
Well, much better. Can you maybe teach me how to navigate with the metal rods if you have the time?
Navigate the Elderwoods.
Yeah.
That's no small feat. If you have a month or so.
Can I maybe get the basics like pushed together to learn it in a day?
He turns his head 90 degrees.
Oh god.
Give me your hands, he says, as he like extends 4 of his.
Top right.
So as you put out your hands, he like 2 of his hands grab one of your hands, the other 2 grab the other hand.
Oh god.
It's like, now close your eyes and focus.
Can I kind of waltz over near them while this is happening?
Sure.
Looking like a come by wa moment.
I have a question for him, but
Okay,
I'll wait my turn.
I close my eyes and I try to focus.
So, how much do you know about nature?
Not much, sadly. I'm trying to learn. Is it him asking or you asking?
It's him.
Okay. Not enough. Let's say it like that.
Says, listen. See, as you begin to like focus in, you hear the occasional like meandering of anthropomorphic bugs. Making their way about their daily lives. You hear the sounds of the livestock grazing in their pens. You can hear just the way the wind blows through the village and kind of ruffles a few of the dry grass which is used to line the houses. You can hear the occasional creature in the distance, the woods. And as you're gaining all this sensory information, you go ahead and roll me a wisdom check. Straight wisdom.
Straight was I'm gonna use a lucky, because I really want this to freaking happen. No! A 12.
So as you're listening, you're hearing the sounds, but that's all they really appear to be to you, is just sounds, and you're not really picking up on anything like special, or like in the manner in which he's doing it, is you kind of crack one eye open. He appear like his eye slits, not slits. His eye.
Don't.
What are they called?
Bulbs?
No. It's he's got like a protective. It's
Your
like an eyelid.
layer.
It's like an eyelid, but it's see-through. You know, like crocodiles have.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that. Like he's got those down, but you can see that his eyes are like darting off in different directions, and his head is like turning to different noises. His antennas are like pointing in opposite directions and then switching to other directions.
Gonna try really hard to do it, to focus again and listen to the nature. really, really want this to be. Do I need to roll again?
Yeah, roll wisdom.
Roll. 20. Thank you.
Natural.
No, not natural. 18 plus 2.
So as you close your eyes again, you begin to focus back in on those sounds. You can pick up just these faint, almost like musical notes, which seem to be formed from like the wind being strung together with the different. Sorry, that.
You're German.
Yeah, it really threw me off.
So,
I
no,
can
it's my
slightly
dad bugging.
hear in the background, just get out!
Yeah, good
We're
one. Good
used
one.
to Finn's Danish, but not Chris's German. Okay.
Apparently.
It's real subtle. It's like I was describing the wind, and it was German. I was like, what? The wind isn't German.
Exactly.
But no,
Yeah, please
Like-
refer to my dad. It's his fault.
the grass and the sounds of distant creatures and the wind all, like, as you're listening into them, they almost seem to form these musical notes, and as they do, you hear almost like a ping, just like a hit, just from one direction. You just instinctively just turn your head in that direction, and as you reopen your eyes again, like, his eye slits are up and he's like even closer to your face.
Oh god.
Did you hear it?
The ping sound?
Yes.
Is that good?
That is the voice of the forest.
The ping. Do it speak to you, or is it only?
Oh, it speaks to everyone. You have to only listen.
Oh,
Anyway, that's today's lesson. Keep practicing. It turns off. He
Can
stands
I-
back
Oh,
up and,
Can I be like,
begins
excuse
walking,
me,
like,
before he
circling
walks
back.
off?
thank you. Bye.
Can I be like, excuse me, before he runs off?
Yeah, he like stops with one leg in the air. And he like looks under his arm over towards you.
I was wondering if the neutrality of your elder goes for everyone in your village.
Meaning,
If someone would point us in the direction of the temple,
the temple is hallowed ground. We do not step there.
but I assume you know where it is.
We know where not to go.
Would anyone tell us where that is?
I do not know.
Would you?
No.
Hmm.
If the elder forbids it, the elder forbids it.
Shit, sorry.
There's your counter charm. Quick, charm him. Make him your the fucking insect thing. Well, thank you.
He like nods towards you. He drops down onto his 6 legs and walks off.
Oh dear. Oh. It's such a strange way to walk. Did you guys find a place to?
We did. I motion her to follow me,
I follow.
and we go like the 3 meters that was to our hut.
Oh.
No, it was more like 120.
It's still not a lot.
Yeah, it was visual range from the door of the main hut. As you enter, like, Eris has like made herself a little fort in the corner with her bags and a couple of her like camping gear, which she's placed out. She's like huddled with her legs up to her chest, her knees up to her chest.
Are you okay, Eris?
I don't like this place.
They seem alright, though.
They're weird.
A lot of
It's a weird forest.
They think we're probably weird too, you know?
But they're bugs.
I'm a human shape with a dragon head, and I'm not weird.
You're not a bug.
I just don't like bark. That's it.
She like buries her head in her knees.
Alright, well,
I rub her back, or whatever people do to show sympathy.
yeah, Goff joins in just to make it more awkward.
Lewis, I
And
just,
because I also had the idea. Fuck you, so yeah.
Fuck you.
we can, like... So you don't want to go out? At all?
Uh,
I don't see any need.
exploring the village could seem interesting. I will
Well-
accompany you if you go.
Yes, I'm too tired. I'm gonna keep the
If it-
ladies safe.
Keep the ladies.
Larissa, who's sitting on the floor, looks up at you guys. We should make haste. I mean, we've been out of contact with you know who for quite a while, and I've tried to contact them, but Elderwoods, magic, don't seem to like each other.
Well, we'll try our best, but I think... What time of the day is it anyway? Like, no one knows, right? Because we're in the middle of the Elder Forest.
Yeah, hard to tell.
We'll spend the night, afternoon, whatever it is here, and then leave as soon as we can.
Think it's a good idea to camp here for a bit.
We just camped like 4, maybe 5 hours ago.
Hmm.
Well, the problem is if we don't know if we're gonna find another safe space in a long time.
Hasn't stopped us before.
Why wouldn't you guys do that? I'll look like to Garth and Toriel.
Well, if no safe space presents itself, you have to make do
Make
with
one.
what you have. Or that.
Well, with what?
Well,
That's all I need to be safe, and well, Garth shows his longsword around.
She like hangs her head in your direction, just kind of gives you a dead stare.
I asked our guide to teach me how to navigate in the forest.
How long's that going to take?
Well, like I asked him for a day course, but like he told me, like normally it would take about a month.
I don't think we have a month.
No, I don't think either. But like, I'm trying to get the hang of it quickly as possible. So like, if we could just stay here overnight.
You could just take what he told you and we could leave.
I need to train it a bit more before I can risk our lives on it.
Kids.
Adults, ugh. Gonna like turn right.
Well, maybe we can find something good here that benefits us in whatever
So-
we
Like what? It's a village of bugs.
of
Have you
sentient-
talked with them?
Why would I talk to an insect?
Well, there's your problem.
Listen, I know we're asking a lot of you, but we just need you to be, well, patient for now.
Larissa, guide me. Larissa saved my life. Larissa, yeah.
Can the group collectively give her the death stare?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And she just smirks.
Alright, so do we want to check out the town for a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, just go ahead. I'll stay here for a while.
So 1 point of exhaustion gives me what, disadvantage on ability checks, but not on like combat rolls?
Combat roll is an ability check.
Didn't you get like 7?
I got 1. Chris got Garth got 2. What does 2 do then?
Half
Half
your
your
speed.
Oh.
Just slugging behind anyway.
Well, we'll be back soon. Do you guys have food and stuff like that?
We should be well equipped for that.
Let's go, Toriel.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And we go.
You crest back out into the village proper. There's a number of huts stationed around in also a conical fashion, circular fashion. Conical, circular. With the occasional space being left for crops and livestock. And to the center is the hut with the elder. Most of the creatures that you see roaming around, various states of combination between different types of bugs and insects, aren't paying you like too much mind. It's kind of like you're just there and that's a thing that happens. A couple of them are like repairing huts here and there. Like you see one of them like cup its claw-like appendage and just drizzle this greenish goop from its mouth until it like forms into a large mound before slavering it over the side of the hut.
Yeah.
Maybe staying here for too long won't.
How long did we have?
How long did we have? 2
Didn't
weeks
you say about it?
in total? A week has passed at least. So like
Well,
we need to find this soon. That much is true.
like, I'm gonna train as soon as possible to see if we can navigate it more easy.
Well, at least now we have something. Staking our lives on this ability is better than walking in a random direction, but
Yeah.
unless you're a natural at it, I don't think it will change much.
Let's see about that. Can we talk with them?
Guide, man, ant, person. What do we call them?
I don't know. I couldn't pronounce his name.
Turn. He always turns, right? Let's call him Turn.
Yeah, sure.
Turn.
Turn didn't exactly told us that not many people here speak our language. We can try.
None of them?
He didn't say none of them. He said not a lot.
Let's go around a bit then, and just gonna and maybe try to talk with some of them on the way.
You wish to lead?
Sure. I can do that. I'm an independent 9-year-old. I can lead.
Sure.
So the first one you approach appears to resemble a ladybug, almost. Like it's got a ladybug type shell, and its head is akin to that of a ladybug, but its limbs and main body seem like more of that of a crane or I guess an ant. Only 2 arms though.
Only 2 arms.
Only 2
How
arms.
many legs?
2 legs.
How many
Yay!
limbs that can randomly turn around?
Well, you don't know what's under the shell.
Hello?
It turns towards you and begins like chittering.
Do you speak our language?
Any language
Well, I mean,
Out
I
of-
suppose that is a language.
out of these?
Its chittering becomes like lower tone, and it almost sounds like grinding rocks and
Okay,
boulders
sorry.
smashing into each other.
Sorry. Have a good day.
Have a good life as a ladybug.
We continue on.
And
Like,
the next one you approach is it's like a skinnier one of these beetle-like guards. Well, the guards themselves are more like dung beetles. This one seems a little more like a grass beetle. It's a little smaller, thinner limbs. It's got longer antennae though. And as you're approaching it, this is the one that was slavering its hut with goo, which it's still doing as you walk up to it.
yes, hello? Rakuten.
Any language that we can comprehend?
And then
Can
as it's what are you saying?
Can like get used to some of the noises they're making?
Unfortunately, that's not how language works. But as it's chittering, this one seems to like devolve into almost like. Actually, you've heard this language before, Luke. A very long time ago. The very start of your adventure, you heard this language. It almost sounds like bubbling and gurgles.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that brings back fond memories of the first time I almost drowned.
What?
Oh,
Excuse me?
I hadn't said
none
it.
of us gets that, so.
Yeah, that was like a thought, internal thought.
Oh. I guess no, and I gonna try to like motion to like mouth eating, just num and rub my belly.
It like decants like a large glob of a greenish goo back of its claw and like offers it out towards you.
God. No. I okay.
Does Louisar take it?
Sure.
You take this copious amount of goo, which seems to hold its form as you take it. Kind of sinks between your fingers a little bit, coating your hands.
Kind of like smell it.
Yeah, it smells a bit like grass and feces.
Ooh,
Yum!
hell yeah. The best.
And I like motion to like I guess the wall he was putting it on.
It like looks at you and it like turns its head back towards the wall.
Like motions from the like the goop in my hand to the wall. Like, should I put it on? There.
And it gurgles some more.
Oh!
Thank you for your time. I believe we're gonna move on.
I can't move on with this tutorial.
What?
I have like the goop in my hand.
Eat it?
I don't think it's for eating.
Well, you made the motion for eating and he gave it to you.
Maybe he felt like I meant his mouth goop. Can I like see if he's put the same thing on the walls?
And it's the same stuff that came out of his mouth.
I'm just gonna like try to reach up where he's like putting it on and put it on myself.
Yeah, and so you like, touch the wall and you feel the coarseness of the grass as you begin like rubbing it in. So it just kind of watches you like curiously.
I say, thank you. Bye.
It just watches you walk off.
God damn it. Uh,
Well, can meanwhile Garth motion Larissa outside for a little private talk?
Are we leaving the baby alone?
Well, what am I supposed to do? She probably
Mhm.
needs some time too, and some silence.
Fuck it.
Maybe a good
She
book.
walks out.
Well, I want to be honest, Larissa. I can't make head or tails of you. You seem to be quite averse to everything we do. You seem to be, and yet you still keep following us around, and well, keep putting up with our stuff.
Maybe it's a little above your level to be trying to make heads or tail of me then.
You like being misunderstood, huh?
You're awfully presumptuous.
Well, that's all you give me.
Huh.
Listen. Well, anyway, let's focus on the task at hand. If we can actually get what we're here for, the Queen owns us big times, and I'm sure that is in all our interests.
Oh, most certainly.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure the Kinuaka will be fine with us being off the screen for a bit of time.
The concern isn't with us being off the screen.
And voyeuristic.
The concern is we have no idea what they're doing, what the plan is. How do we know we don't come back and fuck everything up?
You mean the quinoa? Well,
Garth, you're the subtlest man I've ever met.
not like anybody here cares. And the only one we have to hide for is inside. You know.
Go on.
Well, we will see about that. We cross the bridge when we get to it. How about that?
And you wonder why you almost die daily. She walks back inside.
Well, can Garth hold her back?
Yeah.
oh dear.
You grab onto her arm and you, like she doesn't turn around, but you just hear this, and you feel her muscle tense. And now, like, I think it's the first time you've actually held on to Larissa. It's surprisingly, it's not like it's like a big muscle, but it's dense.
Oh, sure. We're not gonna compliment it though. Okay.
They're gonna-
So, when you're out there fighting on a nearly daily basis, at some point you just realize you can't plan anymore. One of my best friends, Cindric, he was planning to get married, have a nice little farm. At the evening he got the engagement ring and was ready to propose. A crossbow bolt just, well, put out his other eye.
My heart weeps.
Sometimes you can't just put up with plans, you have to improvise sometimes.
No, but you should plan for your plan to be adaptable.
Well, we've proven adaptable so far, I guess. Just try to not ruin the mood, right? There's no need to be.
I should try to not ruin the mood.
Well, yeah.
Whose mood? What mood? We're the fucking Elderwoods.
Come on. Come on. You haven't seem to have too much of a problem with it up to now. We're all still alive and quite well.
And she mutters something under her breath before turning back to her hut and like yanking her arm free of your hand.
Well, it's,
Rakov's just gonna place himself outside the hut and observe what's going around and sharpen his sword.
Yeah, like you're sharpening your sword. You can see like these creatures going about their daily business. A couple of them taking care of the livestock. A couple of them like repairing huts, carrying strange like balls of. It's almost like a man-made tumbleweed around, and you can see like off towards the other side of town, Toriel and Louisa, who has just had something like sprayed out of something's mouth into her hands.
Alright. Can I waltz over?
In the meantime, can I, is there any place in this village that looks like it leads into a direction that you're not supposed to go?
There's only one route that looks like it leads out of the village, and that's where you came in.
Oh. Well then.
It's like the trees themselves are so close together here that there's like, to fit through them, you'd have to be some sort of shapeshifter.
Mm.
But it forms almost like a perfect circle for the village, bar the entrance.
Do you wish to go on, Luisar? Because I don't think this is working, and talking to that elder made me tired somehow.
oh, right. I think I'm gonna train a bit then, if that's alright with you.
Sure. I'll see if I can get some sleep, and when I wake up, we'll probably leave.
Yeah. I think that sounds like a good idea.
As Garth walks up.
Take care then, Luisar.
Yeah, you too. Oh, hey, Gav.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Found anything interesting?
Green.
Goop. Yeah.
What is it for? Or where?
Well,
I mean, despite rubbing it into a hut, it still is like coating your hands. It's like thick. It's like getting oil in your hands.
uh, it's this stuff right here. Do you want a taste or something? Like, I don't.
Well, that doesn't smell edible at all.
I don't know. Like, it came from his mouth.
Well,
It smelled like poo. It's just, ugh.
Insect vomit. Great. Alright, is Toriel out of hearing range?
No.
Alright, then Garth's just gonna stand here until she is.
Look, I never left. It's like when you came to the party, I abandoned my I'm gonna walk to the hut plan.
Okay. Maybe we should actually, keep going and set our camp somewhere else. Or maybe we should use this here as our base of operation. Given that we somehow are able to return to here.
Well,
If we find ourselves unable to return to here, that would be the worst. Because if we can return here, we could actually split ourselves up.
that's why I kind of want to try, like, get to know how to, navigate here. So if you, like, give me a day.
Well, I can give you that. I certainly
how
can
much
use
time
it.
do we have left? Just days.
Well, 6 days maybe? Something like this?
So
Whatever, she will have to excuse a little.
what concerns me most is that, as it seems, we haven't just been sent to a temple in the Elder Forest to retrieve something. We've been sent to essentially could be the heart of the Elder Forest to potentially retrieve what gives everything here life.
Mm,
Do we really
You
want to ruin that for them?
you believe so?
No, but what do we do? What can we
You,
do?
you mean the elder was correct when he said that, well, we would sacrifice the entire forest if we had our way.
He's from here. He knows more
Well-
about this place than all of us put together.
Well,
Times 10.
sure. Well, you're certainly right, and
If
his
he says
implication
life
makes sense.
from the
But he
Elder
was
Forest.
he was never inside that.
Yeah, but he
temple,
says
so-
life comes from in there.
Yeah, and maybe there's this. We can't possibly know if it is that orb that feeds this forest.
Oh, I
Maybe
mean,
it's something else.
the plan stays the same. We'll try and find the temple, but once we're inside, we should be on the lookout for something that spends life, because I do not wish to commit genocide on these creatures, even if it
I
is
don't-
to save one life.
They're nice enough, yes.
I hope that's a decision we must not make, as I can't.
But I'm gonna go see if I can learn a bit about the voice of the forest.
Care if I accompany you for a while?
Go sleep. If we let's head out around when I wake up. Can we?
Alright. Sure.
Alright, go to the hut and sleep till
Um,
natural net sleep wakes me up.
Alright, is Toriel now out of hearing range?
Yeah, fine. She's out of hearing range.
Louis Horror.
Yes.
How much do you know about magic?
Not much. A bit.
Right. I mean, I saw you do some nice stuff. You reckon you could teach me a few things, a thing or two about magic, maybe?
I can try. Yes. I think there might be a better time for it though.
Of course, just generally, and well, I prefer if the others wouldn't know about it. I mean, Ares has enough issues, and well, if I asked Toriel, she would always hold it against me. And yeah, well,
Why would you hold it against you?
well, I was, and I still am skeptical of magic. But well, I can't turn a blind eye to it anymore. I need to know what I'm up against, how to counteract towards it, and maybe even how to utilize it.
Yeah. I can try, sure.
All
But-
right.
For now, I'm thinking I'm gonna try to do what the insect guy told me to do,
Well,
if that's
sure.
okay.
Well, no problem. I also need some rest, so
Yeah.
Brett and Garth goes to the toilet.
The hut
Okay.
and
toilet.
I assume as well. So I guess we spent the next 8 to whatever hour sleeping / training.
Yes.
Where are you going to train?
Is there a place in this town where the energy of the forest seems stronger, something like that?
Make a nature check.
Oh, a nature check. Da, da, da. 13.
13. Just from the sheer force of that's probably the wrong way to phrase it. The purity of the essence of nature in the Elder Forest itself is kind of overbearing, but it's hard to get a specific. This place is stronger in magic than this.
Yeah, okay. Kinda. I'm gonna try sitting in the outskirts of the town.
Okay, so you make your way back past the two hulking guards outside the front.
Yes.
As you, how you doing this? Describe it to me.
So I sit down with my my favorite is there, right?
Didn't leave your side unless you told him to,
And I didn't.
or put him in a pocket dimension.
No. Poor guy, it's gonna die horribly there. So like I sit down on the earth and I like put it in my lap. And I'm gonna concentrate on and focus on the sounds of the place and try to see if I can hear the ping noise again.
Okay. As you sit there again, honing in on the more natural sounds of the surrounding areas, you once again hear the hum of the wind, hear the rustling of trees, the grass crunching beneath different shaped feet. Hear the occasional screech of a cowpede.
Counter
Cowpede.
Yes. Counter
And you once again reach this state of concentration. Go ahead and make a wisdom check.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Neat.
So once again, you begin to pick up on these various notes which appear to form out of these natural sounds, and these pings which now that you in a more isolated area and taking greater care in focusing in on this, they almost sound like chimes or like small bells. Just a little ding here, and then a distant one, and an even further distant one, and then one that's like almost right next to you behind your head. And like unbeknownst to you, just kind of turning your head in the direction of each of these pings, almost similar to what the guide was doing. Obviously not spinning your head 180 degrees and such.
No, please. Don't
Just
want to
like-
kill.
Just very gently and smoothly following these pings as they make their way around the forest. And you begin to get a sense of where you are in relation to the forest itself, but just briefly. As you begin to like focus in on that moment, that's going to take you through to when the full duration of this. Just trying to get a sense of accurately being able to call upon this almost self-location.
Okay. Coolio.
So it's a full rest for the other two.
Until point of exhaustion
Yes.
goes away, yeah?
It's a long rest.
Yeah, then that.
So it goes by relatively unimpeded. There is a point where about 5, maybe 6 hours in, where you begin to hear like heavy on the outside of your house or hut, I should say, and then just a scratching, and like one of you pops out to check, and it appears that grass beetle type creature is now gooing up your house on the outsides.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, there are nothing else that really breaks your slumber. That goes on for about maybe half an hour before he leaves.
Okay. Oh,
Slap. Slap.
Oh, how nice. Maintenance.
Ew, this place.
Okay.
Mm.
So with that, you conclude your long rest.
Neat. You
Hit
can
points.
walk normally now.
Well, no, your exhaustion decreases by 1. I believe.
Exactly. So at least his movement speed is normal again.
Is it just by 1? Or is
Ooh,
it... I think
no.
it's just by 1.
Oh well.
Yeah. Yeah, just one per long rest.
Well,
So, Louisa, as you're coming to the end of pick up the pings, and you're now like smoothly following these pings around, and you're picking up like the longer you concentrated on it, the more pings you were able to pick up, and you are now so proficient in locating yourself within the old forest.
Well, neat.
Yay! So is it like I can feel where I am in correlation to the Elder Forest?
Not necessarily, but
In
it's
the other
it's, it's
forest.
it's kind of like, you know what triangulation is, right?
Mm.
No,
Yeah.
what?
Triangulation.
Triangulation.
No.
So triangulation is where you have 3 points, and you use those 3 points to determine a singular location. So you connect up those points, and the center of that is the location you're looking for. You think of it like reverse triangulation, so you have the location of yourself.
Okay. Let me put this under proficiencies. Oh. Do I see the guy like come back from the forest?
He came back a while ago, actually. As you open your eyes, he's sitting next to you.
Oh.
He's like squatted on his 2 like walking legs, and he's got his other forearms just kind of like scratching the floor in front of him. He's just staring at you. He's about, again, maybe half a foot away from you.
I need to look up how much. Isn't that like the sandwich, right?
What?
It's healthful sandwich. Yeah. Oh, that's. Ooh. Hello. Again.
Hello.
I seem to pick up a bit more on the Elder Forest chimes. Is there anything I should know about them other than listening?
The more you listen, the more you hear. The more you hear, the more you can understand.
Okay.
Alright, Sun Tzu.
Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off, yeah.
Okay. Do some of them has to do with the middle rods?
Some rods make it easier to hear.
Oh.
Ah.
More specific
one-
sounds.
Can you maybe give a description of the sounds they make?
Well, the sounds are different depending on who's looking for them.
Oh,
My ears don't work like your ears.
that's true. Okay.
To me, they sound like squishy berries.
Squishy berries.
Yes, my favorite.
Oh.
That's nice.
And you?
Well, kind of like I'm not sure I heard like the one with the rods in them, but the other forest sounds like chimes, like little bells in the wind.
Its head like turns like 45 degrees.
Bells, yeah. Probably nothing he knows.
Do you know what a bell is?
He shakes his head.
Okay, wait. Give me a second. I take an oil flask and I like tap it with my like a little nail, my nail on it to make like the ping sound.
It's like
Oh.
faint ping, very dull, just because your nail kind of deadens the sound, and it's not built for reverberation. You might have better luck with a metal implement, but it's enough to where he sort of understands.
What kind of sound that is? Neat.
So like much prettier, but kind of like this.
Music.
Yes.
Ah,
Do you have music?
Yes, we have music. Would you like to hear
haven't-
music?
Yes, sure. I would love to.
He pulls his straps off. He shows up these grass-like woven ropes that he has, and like he like tie spring hooks. He like loops it. I don't know what I'm trying to describe.
What
He-
the fuck?
He hoops it around his foot and like uses that to kind of hook it up to the back of one of his arms, and he like begins vibrating his leg very fast, and it almost sounds a bit like a guitar string,
Oh,
but if you were strumming really fast.
that's really pretty. I take out my dulcimer. I
Shaking
like
his
it.
head.
just very quickly just is it like, does it look like a dog who's being scratched behind the ear?
It looks more like someone who steps on a piece of toilet paper and is trying to like shake it off.
duh.
I take out my dulcimer
Yeah.
and I try like to match up his sound.
It's kind of hard because it keeps like switching key because his vine isn't tuned, so
Oh,
Untuned.
it's like changing. Like there's definitely rhythms and sounds in there, but to kind of match up with it, it's a bit of a struggle. But you manage to kind of harmonize in places before it like switches again. You kind of have to catch up to him, but you make like a nice little phasing melody pattern between the two of you.
yeah. That is so. Oh, it sounds so good. That is very interesting instrument.
As is yours. What is this?
We called it a dulcimer.
Dulcimer.
Yes. What do you call yours?
Barding.
A what? Excuse me.
Barding.
Barding? But like the class bard?
No,
Class.
Barding like the rope.
Oh, bada bing, bada boom. Bada. Can
Barding is what you put on horses.
Oh.
Bobby?
Can you teach me how to make it?
He looks at you and he stands up. He unhooks his.
We leave the building by now.
Yeah, you guys walk out of the building.
Be like,
Alright.
we're leaving. Larissa and Eris, I believe. At least I think we are.
Alright.
Probably hear this series of weird noises.
I hear you. shramming in the distance.
Ah, I see.
You ask him to teach how to make it. He literally pulls a couple of vines from one of the nearby trees and he begins to braid it,
Yeah?
and he ties it in a loop. He hands it to you.
And I try, like, instead of using my legs, like, I try to strum it with my hands and, like, just keep it between my other hand and the leg.
Yeah, and it twangs. Obviously not with speed, but he was doing it. But it
Of
does
course.
make a very low, loose twang.
Thank
I
you.
guess the group walks over to Louis R. We're gonna leave now. How's the studying going?
It was very productive, and he just teach me some more about the forest and this cool new instrument. Look at this! It's like
Alright.
trying.
Just a piece of vine, just. But it's like, you know, in school when people used to stretch the elastic bands and pull on them.
Interesting.
I'm not very refined in the arts of music, but I think that could be improved.
That is very rude to say, Toriel. This is their culture, you know.
Well, if you would actually put it on a wooden frame, I would reckon it would be much more easier to handle.
Well, I just think it's because I'm human and not a...
Cool forest creature.
Yes. And I don't have several limbs.
Poor us, huh?
He kind of puts two arms on his, like, the side of his chest and two arms on the side of his hips. Sort of like a little proud.
Elders born from humans.
Well, we thank you for what you've done so far, Turn.
Turn.
We will potentially...
Turn.
Turn?
Turn, it's
Oh,
a nickname we gave you, apparently.
sorry. We did not have anything to call you.
Turn.
And
Turn.
Do you like it?
Do you like it?
Turn is fine.
Alright.
Turn is fine. Perfect.
Well then, now we have a human, or at least a mankindish name.
a common name, shall we say.
A common name, yeah.
We'll be heading out. If we will possibly be back to rest here for a while, if that would be alright.
If you come back, you may stay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you a lot.
And thank you for all you've done for us.
Yes.
Can I shake one of his hands?
And I take another one.
It's like you extend one hand and Garth extends another and he uses two hands to shake both of you.
Oh,
Like
why
it-
not?
His hands are only split into like two claw-like fingers, so putting them together he has four.
I see.
And thank you a lot for teaching me. I hope to pick up some more of the pretty noises.
Pretty noises.
Yes. Oh, sounds,
Yeah,
maybe.
I think we call those sounds.
Yeah, sorry.
So
Or notes,
you can
even.
navigate us now through the elf forests. Or...
Like, I'm not... I've been, like... I think we can get through here better.
Alright, let's step out into the woods and see what you can discern, shall we?
Let's try.
And we
And she-
walk out of town.
What about Eris and...
I mean, I
Larissa?
told them we're leaving.
They're
Yeah,
probably happy to leave.
They're following like close behind you. Larissa, as you guys walk past, Larissa kind of walks past a turn, sort of squares them up as she does, kind of looking them up and down. Eris takes like a wide berth.
Alright, let's make a new paper for this town. We'll write down turn, the best fucking ant ever.
And I will try to navigate.
Yes, please.
What would you call this? Buck City? I'll call this Buck City.
Well, it is called. Are you ready? Because we have a book on this.
Ooh, I mean, he named it, right? We can name it something else.
Hymenoptera. The Hive, Bucktown.
Well, Buck City, Bucktown, basically the same. Just Buck City sounds funnier.
Buck City.
Yo,
sure.
this is Buck City.
Buck City.
Buck City.
Bucktails. Ooh. Danger. There's a stranger right behind you.
Okay, so I try to like. Oh dear. To
This
like
is time.
listen for the pings again.
Hmm.
And to like
And you'll navigate.
yes.
Alright, go ahead and roll a wisdom check.
With navigating other forest proficiency.
Nope. So that's self-location.
Oh, self-locate. Natural 20.
Natural
Neat.
20? Okay. Go ahead and roll 2d12s.
Oh dear.
Give me the values separate though.
Okay. 1, 2, and 5.
Curious.
That did not sound good.
Maybe we were close to finding the temple.
We were close to death. Alright. What does your innate pinging tell you, Lusor?
Let me just.
Boop, 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 boop.
What does my pinging tell me?
So you're getting like almost two directions. Sort of one to the east of you, and one kind of to the northwest of you. If where you're looking is north,
Yes.
one of them seems to kind of have these low, sort of elongated chime hits. It's kind of like it's almost like a grandfather clock, like an old grandfather clock. The other one seems to have like a multitude of very small, very high, like rapid pings.
I'm going to lead them towards the grandfather clock noise.
You know,
Is it happening? Is it?
True.
so as Louisa begins to lead you guys through the Elderwoods once again, you begin to encroach into an area where the ground is sort of beginning to moss over slightly, and as you're walking over the next hour or so, the moss almost builds up slightly to the point where when you step on it, your foot sinks about 20 centimeters into it as you're stepping through, and you kind of have to start wading. So you begin to approach a clearing of sorts with a few low-hanging vines.
I try to not like touch the vines. And I tell the others, like, I don't think we should touch them, maybe?
Well, anything here could be dangerous, so agreed.
Yeah, actually, can we just, in general, while walking, like, make some check to see for deadly elder forest plant life creature happenings?
You can look around.
Yes, exactly.
So you roll a perception, Louisa. Go ahead and roll a dexterity.
17.
20. Not natural, but 20.
20. So as Louisa like puts one leg over one of the vines and kind of begins to make her way through, you begin to notice that a couple of vines kind of cluster towards the bottom of one of the trees off to the left, and there's a small reddish glow coming from it, and you kind of crest in a bit of a wide berth around just to kind of get a look around the corner of that tree without passing the vines. And you notice that there's a corpse, which you can tell has probably been here not long enough for like all the flesh to rot off of it, but it's been here a while to the point where like muscles are like hanging loose from the body and skin is broken.
Can you discern cause of death?
Not from where you are, but you do make out that the reddish kind of glow. There appears to be like just a mass of these reddish winged insects that are just crawling in and out of the body and like piercing little holes. And
Louis Sar?
Yes.
I don't think we should go this direction.
you also notice a like stream of, it seems a bit like magma, but in the same way that a fireball seems like magma. It's like magical flame is like dripping from a few of the holes which the bugs are crawling out of.
We should rather try and make our way around rather than
Yeah.
through. Can you try and
yeah.
come back?
Sure. I'm just going towards the direction I hear it. I think we can go around.
Sure this.
So as Toriel points out to you as you're past the first vine, you look around and you see 3 other bodies in the same predicament.
Okay, so let's stepping back slowly.
Can I help her in this endeavor? Give her some.
Carry me.
I'm looking at the 2 things I have here. One of them you can help with, and that's if she's just trying to step over the vine.
Are you trying to do anything else?
Just trying to step back over the wine carefully.
Roll a sleight of hand
Sleight of hand.
with advantage,
Wait a minute.
because Toriel's helping you through.
That's nice.
Oh shit!
I'm lucky that I have 1 lucky point. So, fuck. 13.
So as Toriel's helping you through the vines, you get 1 foot through, and like she kind of catches you as you land and helps you crest very gently onto the moss on the side where the majority of the party is. And as you're bringing your 2nd foot through, you feel a small tug on your ankle.
Oh no.
You turn around, you notice that just the tip of your foot coming through the vine like pulled it, and you hear just a and the body to the left of the tree seems to have fallen over, and the bugs burst forth in a like swarmish spray towards the direction of the vines.
Can I yank up my shield to shield the people?
Right,
Shield
let's
ain't
do a
gonna
shield.
save you here. This is a swarm. Everyone is making a DC 12 Constitution save.
He's giving
Great.
us a DC. That's new.
So, I don't have disadvantage on saving throws, or do I?
You do.
Shit, I
No,
don't
no,
make
you
it.
don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Ah, okay, neat. Well, at least there's that then. Come on.
Louisa?
Come on!
I don't. 7.
6.
14.
So Garth makes it. So
Where is Marduk, by the way?
you turn around, and Marduk is gone.
Oh, people have the tendency to disappear in our party.
Oh no, what a shame.
Whoopsie.
So for Louisa, we'll start off with you. As you're like swatting these bugs away, you look to your arm and you notice that one of them has landed on and has kind of stuck its head directly through your arm, dealing you 1 point of damage, and then you feel another one on your leg, another one towards your ankle, and then another one on your shoulder.
So that's 4.
One more on your side. As 5 of these sticks burrow into you, dealing 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay, we need to get, well, I'll
Hold
dodge
up.
as fast as possible.
This is
Hold.
it's a process here.
Alright.
They're laying eggs.
No!
Great.
So that's 5d4 for you.
Dude. 5d4.
14 points of fire damage as you feel
Oh my god.
that
Fireflies.
reddish, flamish liquid pulse into your veins. You can see like bits of your skin start to glow underneath. So it's,
Fire?
Oriole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 5 points of fire damage.
Uh,
Oriole has 7 of these attached to her.
Okay.
Takes 7 points of piercing damage
Okay.
and 15 points of fire damage.
oh my god.
Oh, she's fine.
Larissa succeeds. Eris, oof. Eris
Oh no.
has 4 of them burrow into her. Takes 10 points of fire damage. Okay. What's the plan, guys?
We walk away and try and get these out.
Can you use fire, please? I want to light a torch.
Fire to burn out the thing that uses fire.
Well, it's 6, right?
Well,
Or like water, I guess.
how about we just run?
Yeah. Carefully run.
Yeah, we run
Carefully.
away from here and see if the things in us hurt us more while being in us.
So as you're running away, you get a decent amount of distance. That is enough time for another injection of fire. So for Louisa,
Oh, fuck.
it's another 13 points of fire damage.
Oh shit, they're still sitting on me?
Yep, they're burrowed into you. Toriel, 18 points of fire damage. And Eris, 6 points of fire damage. And she is now crying.
Can I?
If we-
if we look at
this-
these wounds, can we grab the insects and yank them out, or?
You can certainly try.
I would love to try.
Alright, who's treating who?
Can you please treat me? I'm very hurt.
I mean, I'll treat myself.
Alright, so
Good
Toriel.
dig. Alright, Garth
As-
treats Louis Sar first.
Well, we'll start with Toriel. As you reach down to pull one of them out, you yank onto it, you rip it out of your body, dealing you 1 point of piercing damage, and an additional 2 points of fire damage that pops, and the
Can we
Burn.
Carefully,
Do that with-
carefully.
all of them?
You do it with all of them?
Yeah.
Alright. So 6 more points of fire damage. 6 more points of piercing damage. And then an additional 15 points of fire damage.
I'm trying to do carefully without popping them.
Okay, go ahead and roll a survival. Well, Garth's treating you, right? So Garth, roll a survival.
Survival. Oh, okay. Da-da-da. 8.
Oh shit, no, sorry, Toriel.
What?
That was not 15.
How much was it? 50?
It's different when they pop. My bad. Was it you pulled 7,
Yeah.
so it's 30 points of fire damage.
Ah.
30.
Ah, fuck my.
Okay, that actually hurt.
That
Okay,
hurts a
survival.
lot.
Oh, I guess I have to roll that with disadvantage.
Yeah.
That's an ability check,
okay.
so...
Gotta give you a butt against.
He's already rolled.
I'm gonna die. Can we start at 1, please?
So as Garth pulls out the first one, he's a little forceful with it and he yanks it out, causing its head to pull off. Deals you an additional point of piercing damage and... Oops, not 7, 1. 4 points of
maybe-
fire damage.
Yeah, maybe the exhausted guy
Can
shouldn't
you
be doing anything.
careful, please?
Sorry.
Ouch.
What are these things even?
I try to do it myself.
Can I try and help Aries? Because she's still there as well.
Yeah, Eris, who's like... She's like motioning to pull him off and then she like sees it and she like winces.
Actually, can I take out an arrow and try and do it more carefully by cutting around it and then cutting it loose and putting it out?
Roll survival check.
Okay, survival. I'm a natural in survival. Did you know that?
Are you?
Yes. That's why I rolled 19.
Oh, damn.
19 is enough as you take this arrowhead and you sink it in, just like
Ah.
opening up the wound a little bit more. She kind of winces at the pain, but she sees her trying to help, so she kind of grits her teeth and bears it out. You just pop it out, and it flops to the floor, and it kind of squirms on its back a little bit before its legs curl up.
I'm gonna down a freaking superior potion of healing before going on.
I'm gonna heal
we have
myself for my healing.
Potions on this? We do not.
What?
I didn't put the potions on this one.
No, but it's
Here you are.
84? Yay! Hey. Yeah, I see it. Plus 8. Perfect. And I'm gonna try again. Slowly. See it work with the freaking tutorial with a dagger.
Well, I mean,
Awesome.
can I I yanked out all of mine and all of Ares,
Ares'
right?
There is.
That
You
took
yanked out
probably
one of
longer than
Ares's.
you yanking out one.
You yanked out one of Eris's.
Oh, really? Only one?
And you keep the same roll, but you continue pulling them out.
Oh,
But
okay.
you've only yanked out one so far.
Okay, well, can I keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Louis's survival check we're waiting on.
Jeez.
6.
So trying to follow Toriel's example, as you attempt to widen the wound a little bit, and as you attempt to like flick and pop it out, you end up just... You lift it out of the wound slightly, but then your dagger grazes the side of it and it pops down the side of you. It's 1 point of piercing damage and an additional 2 points of fire damage.
Okay, better.
And then for all of this hullabaloo, that's going to be another round of D4s. So Eris has 3 left in her. It's 8. You see Eris's eyes start to flicker.
Can you heal everything?
Eris, stay with me.
And 4 points of fire damage for Louisa.
4 more?
Yep.
How many of Eris did I remove yet?
You removed one of hers.
So-
I'd say at this point you're working on removing the second one at the moment.
Okay.
It's just as you remove it, you see that it kind of like sprayed out another jet of flame into her body.
Neat.
Gonna do it again. Try to pick them out.
Yuck. You've only got 3 left in you.
Yep. Is there 3 more rolls or
Yeah, it's rolls until you succeed.
Can I just
7?
can I just say I'm helping instead of doing it myself? So
Well, yeah, she rolled with advantage there anyway.
okay.
No, no?
6 and a 7.
Well, then
No,
take the
that
advantage.
6 is from before. The 6 is from
Okay.
Okay, I'll roll for advantage then.
12.
12.
Ah, damn it.
So it's a point of piercing damage as it pops out, and another 2 points of fire damage.
Okay,
Huh.
so there's 2 left. Gonna try again.
There's another one of Eris's comes out.
Is still with advantage.
Yeah,
Well,
gotcha.
I'm still helping.
19!
There we go.
19. This one, you kind of take a little more time, and Garth kind of like steadies your hand, and you very slowly ease it out. As it falls to the floor and curls up, as you and Louisa have the last one removed from you.
God.
Left with these like charred holes across your body.
Ouch. Gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself. Need to see. That's 1d8 plus modifier. It's 5. 1d8. It's 11.
Eris, who has now like stopped herself from crying, but you can still see like tears welling up in her eyes. She's like trying to keep a steady face.
Oh, Eris.
How many are Eris left? 1, or is it done?
No, they're all out.
Oh, dear. Okay.
It's okay, Eris. They're out.
I want to go home.
Well, we all do.
Uh, let's keep an
Larissa's
eye.
standing there with her arms folded, like leaning up against the tree. You should, What's your step, kid?
Sorry. I'm trying.
Try harder.
Thank you for the encouraging words, Larissa. They always warms my heart.
You're welcome. I know I have years beyond my age.
Well,
Anyway, which way?
and I try to hear for the chime again, like in a lick clock.
And you still got the general location, so as you try to focus in on that, it's easy enough to pick them back out.
Okay. And I'm like, okay, we should go like a big circle around the vines.
Yeah, while also still looking for other things.
Yeah.
Alright, perception checks.
Can everyone do that, please?
Yes.
Alright. I mean, I have
Second
disadvantage, so I'm just gonna help.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
19.
You wanna help me, Chris?
Sure.
Can he help me with perception? Does that even work?
Probably not, so okay, yeah, I roll with disadvantage.
I mean, it's up to Chan.
Sorry,
Well,
sorry.
it generally makes
Can
less
he
sense
give me
if you actually
advantage
help with...
in
Perception.
Perception somehow.
If you can justify it.
Can you just...
Oh. Well, not
That sounds
specifically. Everything you
sounds
would
like
do
a-
would be like perceiving yourself.
What was that, Jen?
It sounds like a no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the only way you can enhance somebody's perceivement is by, being silent or, well, perceiving yourself, which would be, roll yourself.
Well, there are other ways, but that would be telling.
I'm gonna tell my ferret to help me keep a lookout.
Alright, roll perception of your ferret stats.
Ah, shit. Ferret.
And then give me all of these numbers. I got Eris and Larissa too.
Is it wisdom?
Perception
Wisdom.
is wisdom, yeah.
Yeah, so it's with advantage when it's hearing or smell, so I want to make it keep a lookout for that.
Keep a lookout for its hearing or smell.
Yeah, like if it can hear or smell something unusual, even if it's in the Elder Woods. $14. I rolled a 19 for mine.
Okay. 14, 19,
10.
4, 12, 10, and Garth.
Looks like a 5.
5. Okay. As you guys are continuing forwards, you manage to identify two sort of like natural paths that lead in the direction that Luis is trying to lead you in. One of them is covered in like long vines which hang almost straight down and like pool on the floor. They seem a little different to the ones that you just encountered. Those ones are a little more stringy and stretched. These ones just seem to have descend straight down and just like coil because they're that long. And down the other route, which kind of like bends around slightly, and it seems like it might take a little bit of a longer way to walk down it. Only Louisa. Actually, everyone sees this. I mean, Louisa
Okay.
sees a bit more. So everyone sees like just a faint shimmer, almost like you know when you see heat like coming off a radiator. It seems like that. It's just encompasses the clearing between the trees.
Yeah. Is that what I see?
That's
No,
what
that's
everyone
sees.
sees.
You see more.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. That is Lucy.
Oh. Oh dear.
What is it?
It looks like a figure.
I can't see a figure. What kind of figure?
Well, it's attacking something in the air.
In the air.
A figure is attacking something in the air?
Yes. It may sound weird, I know.
Well,
It's the other forest.
we just took out fireflies that have been burned into us. I think we're past weird.
So, is it using a weapon? Is it on the ground? Is it bipedal?
It's just looking corporal. It's just slashing the air. Maybe we should go help it? Does it look...
Help someone in the Elder Forest.
Well,
That's
the
an idea
insects
not
helped
even I
us.
had. Let's try.
Stick close to me, Toriel. I don't like this.
Sure, Garth. Sure.
Like,
Alright, we slowly approach, weapons drawn.
dulcimer drawn.
The battle dulcimer.
As you crest to the edge of where you see this shimmering effect, you feel very cold.
Right, we stop, I
Wait,
suppose.
wait. Yeah. Can we see what it's lashing out on?
Doesn't appear to be anything there.
Is there like something on the ground, some plant, something, some gas, something that would create an
So,
illusion or a gas
Can
that
we-
would alter the
I mean-
mind?
In
Can we-
terms of floor of the Elder Forest, it appears relatively clear.
okay,
But I still see it lashing out.
Yeah, and as you got closer, like you notice that it's not just one, there's a few.
What happened to the heat?
The heat effect is still there. That's all you guys can see. Luis is the only one who can see these things.
Can I get like a description of them?
Wait, so only Louis R sees these figures slashing at something?
Yeah, they're it's like vaguely humanoid figures that kind of dissipate towards the bottom.
In what way humanoid? Like, I need facial expressions and stuff. Like, can I see that?
Not really.
I'm really not sure about this. Can I... Okay, I'm gonna use Fairy Fire?
Hmm.
To hit whatever they are attacking.
What do you mean? What they're attacking?
You said they were lashing out or something.
Oh, if you read the description again, I didn't say that.
Periodically lashing out angrily, attacking the air. So I want to use Fairy Fire
Hmm.
to where whatever they are, like, I'm dragging the others a bit back into like hiding, I guess, behind one of the big trees.
Okay. You float a fairy fire down there, and now the others can see one of them.
It's a 20-foot cube.
Yeah.
Okay. And it didn't hit whatever they were hitting.
Didn't hit anything.
Can you see that?
What is it even that is lashing out here?
I don't know.
Wait,
But
so
if it-
fairy fire not doing anything?
It's lighting up the area.
It's lighting up the objects within the area.
Yeah, it's supposed to outline all any objects and creatures in the area.
Yeah, it's lighting up the area.
Is it outlining anything?
One
Okay.
creature.
A bit of the trees.
Bit of the tree? One creature?
A bit of the trees.
Just trees?
Can you see it?
No?
What the heck?
Illusion?
I don't know. I'm gonna... Yeah, let's try a cantrip, shall we? Like, I want to cast, Friend on the one I can see.
Okay, so as you focus in on the friend's cantrip, making the necessary arcane script, as you play a little tune on your Dulcimer. The spell appears to not find purchase anywhere.
Oh, shit. I think there might be spirits? I'm not sure.
Spirits. Do we have anything against them? Can we fight spirits?
Why do we need to
I don't know
find them
that
if they're
we
not?
should fight any spirits.
Like, I want to help them if they need help.
Alright, should we make a run for it?
I don't think we can help something most of us don't see.
Look, Hmm?
Yeah, you see that one.
Oh,
It's not outlined though.
Yeah.
well, okay, how far away is it?
About 30, 35 feet.
Should we try and approach it? Wait, so it's
Yeah,
a-
let's do that. Well, let's do that. Any better suggestions?
Eris, Larissa? Any of you who can see it? Or, like, know what is?
Eris shakes her head and she's kind of just staring, enchanted. And Larissa just shrugs.
Is that a yes or a no?
I don't know what this is. Do you know what this is?
That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah, it seems like it's the same reason I'm asking you, huh?
I would suggest we just leave it alone. How about that?
But if it needs help,
Well, if it needs help, then it is just screwed, you know. What if it doesn't need help, you know?
well,
And we're getting ourselves into some serious shit.
maybe.
if we need, if something that needs help, we should help.
Alright, then let's rush over to it, right? You with me?
Well, let's approach it calmly and cautiously.
Sounds like a good idea.
Sure.
like-
Alright,
To
Garfantorial,
watch the
approach
system.
it.
Come on, don't be
What are
so
you
annoyed. Watching the area while approaching.
I
How-
give each of them a bardic inspiration.
Alright.
How close are you going?
10 feet for now.
Within 10 feet of it?
Within
You're
10
moving
feet.
10 feet.
Criteria for Garf is as soon as he can make out what it is.
Yeah, that's a good criteria.
I mean, it doesn't. Like, the reason I'm not giving you much description of it is because there's not much description of it. It's like vaguely humanoid, but not enough there to make out, like, oh, this is a half elf that has blonde hair and wears
Yeah.
purple. Yeah, it's just.
Alright, we
It's-
go
it's got-
10 feet. Alright, we
It's
can
got 2 arms. It seems like it would have legs. It's got a head. But
Hello?
no defining features.
Alright, up to 10 feet, sure.
10 feet. So from where you guys were, you would have been moving 20 feet.
Hmm. Cautiously, calmly, watching out for any changes.
Still
While
weapons
walking?
drawn though?
This is it's kind of rough.
I'm scared.
So I need.
Let's see.
Well, hold up first. That's 4d8 plus 12.
Sorry?
Huh?
I'm calculating.
Oh god, no.
That sounds that sounds insta-kill to me.
30 points of psychic damage.
Hey, I'm a 1 HP.
Torture.
So you'll take 30 points of psychic damage. And I
Alright,
need-
just at base.
Yeah, at base. And then 4 Constitution saves from each of you.
What the fuck?
Oh, it needs help. We should go there.
Well,
Sure.
you know what?
And you know what?
Mr. Smiley Face.
I'm gonna roll a d20 because
Fuck.
1, 2.
Oh,
Damn.
I can add the bardic inspiration. Come on. I need to live. Yeah.
How much is the bardic inspiration? D6?
1d8.
D8.
Oh yeah. Good.
Thanks.
Still only
You're
gets
welcome.
me. Still only gets me to
I need to put Larissa
13.
and to fail. To fail. Okay. Okay.
Fuck.
Okay.
What the fuck is this? Is this how Trymir ends? Really?
Weird thing is slashing out against something.
Alright,
Okay,
so
let's
we're
investigate. Bam.
We're hoping I roll above 50, like below 50, sorry,
Oh, no,
4
you-
times.
Go.
God damn it, that's not gonna happen.
One fail is GG.
Thanks, Chan.
Come up against. What is this?
One.
Oh,
Uh,
oh, what? And the next one's gonna be 99 or something like this.
Well, GG, I guess.
There we go. Yeah, it's fun. So
So,
all of them had to fail. of
Here,
course.
let us see the description of this.
Yeah, show us, Master. What's gonna happen?
How are we
as you
gonna die
guys
today?
step forth into this, you feel that you feel those like heat waves kind of surrounding you, but you notice it's not heat, it's cold. And as this chill kind of takes your body, it seeps into you. You feel it on your nerve endings as it spreads through your body up to your brains. You feel this icy chill, almost like a hand grasping. As that pain gigs into you, all of you, Larissa and Eris, your bodies fall to the floor. And as you look down, you see your bodies standing there, well, laying there. The small incorporeal thread which connects you to your bodies.
Oh, not
No!
this again.
Oh.
And all of those creatures suddenly looking like banshees.
No!
Oh.
I think we'll end it there for today.
Don't you mean forever?
We're not screwed yet?
No? You sure? We sound pretty screwed.
So we're gonna find a bunch of banshees in our
While
condition.
being in astral form or whatever this is.
Oh, we are like. Oh no. And Valgarth is still exhausted. Fuck
Hey.
this, man.
The root of the vines was there.